Hans, it is like magic. We just came from one location to the next, right?
Yeah, that's how it needs to be in such a big booth, yeah.
That's true. Where are we?
We are here in the labels and packaging area.
Yeah.
And this is our newest and latest segment that we are serving as Canon.
Is
and
that
we
also
have
a place where you expect to be number one?
Of course, we
Of
always
course,
want to be
yeah.
number one in segments where we are active. And here we actually show a European premiere of the Label Stream LS2000.
That was one of the things you announced in your pre-Drupa activities. So this is, now we see it actually,
That's
right?
correct.
Yeah.
Now we see it in live. It's set up and printing. So we are really excited to show it to our European customer base and to also have it as one of the first proof points of our ambition and commitment to the labels and packaging market.
I mean, in the background, we see the Adele. You acquired that company a few years ago. Is there any like resemblance between what you're doing on this side and what you're doing with Adele?
Well, the labels and packaging market is a very heterogeneous market with so many different applications, with so many different substrates and also value chains and brands that are involved, and we need different technologies for all those different applications. And
Okay, so
Label
you have
Stream is definitely our approach for the labels market. The E-Dale is a folding carton.
Okay, so that is how they differentiate basically.
Yes.
Okay. And that is also like when you see here on your booth, you have of course a lot of product samples to show off what Canon is capable of doing, right?
Yeah, and it includes not only labels, but it also includes the boxes. For example, this is produced with our UV gel packaging factory. So that's print on a laminate and laminated then on corrugated board. So that's on our Colorado UV gel product. So that's for short run personalized packaging applications. So yeah, we have several existing technologies that are viable also for the packaging market with the Label Stream LS2000 a product also for labels. And we also show our corrugated concept which we also announced that in March.
I can also see that on that wave sound hub there, it is like, is it embossed or is it like a digital, because it's layered? You can see that, right?
Exactly, yeah.
Is that also directly from the machines or?
It's not from the printer, no.
Okay, it's not from the printer.
It's not from the Colorado UV gel packaging factory, but this is actually something elevated print, works with our Arizona, so we can add that on that technology as well.
And you know what we're going to do now? We're doing to swing the magic wand, so we will be in a new place, right?
All right, let's do that.
So Hans, now we are in an area that is very well known to many people, the Canon wide format or large format. What are you showing here at Drupa?
Exactly, this is where we show, and you can tell from the technology, our large format, wide format products. So anything around image prograph series, the Arizona products, and also Colorado. We call that area interior decor.
Just like it says on the sign up there, basically, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And this is what we want to also lead with in terms of applications. We all know that especially our products in large format, they are so wide in their use case. The application range is huge. They can print any material.
Just look at your booth, man. It's like printed with the Canon equipment, I hope.
Yeah, exactly. And this is why. So you could actually put a wide format product in all the different areas. But we deliberately thought we give it a name and lead with applications where we see the largest trends. And since the pandemic, at home became a very important thing. People are interested to innovate and to decor. So for at home, for commercial environments, for hospitality, for retail, in-store, short run production becomes important in order to decorate for seasons or for events. And this is why we have set up the area like this and also lead with examples of wallpapers, of graphics, and also with customer cases.
I can't help thinking about, because when you talk about, one thing is that we see all the beautiful examples of you can produce, but here behind us, or in front of us basically, you have Fiori. What is Fiori?
Yeah, Fiori is one of the customers that actually went all the way with us and decorated their store. It's a Norwegian florist, fully with Canon produced interior decor. And this is what we what we bring to life here. So what you see is actually a replica of what is installed in Norway.
So you can find a store that looked like this.
Exactly, yeah.
That must be fun, right?
Well, it is a great way of working with those brands that are looking for diversification and then working together with us. It's also great for our teams with working together with the brands because they learn a lot also on their requirements. So it's a win-win situation.
Even the print on the mirrors and also the light up there or the glass up there, is that also like printed on your machines or?
That is printed also on Arizona. So yes, and this is also why we actually wanna lead with those examples because many people don't know how versatile the technologies are and how many different things you can do once you are innovative, once you are into new designs.
From the outside, when you come to a trade show, it looks like a lot of competition in this area. Why should people buy Canon equipment?
Well, there's always a good reason for one or the other. We are confident that we have great technologies for various different applications. And with the Colorado, which is in the market now since years, and we have recently also launched the M series, so new products in that class. We've integrated that with finishing equipment, so the UV gel, wallpaper factory, the packaging factory. So we are extending that portfolio, and the Arizona is definitely here to stay with the flexibility on so many different media. We also have a elevated print application that we also as a central element in our story with the power to move. The immersive experience builds upon elevated print. So yeah, it's a lot. And with the Image Prograph series that you can see also with the nice fine art print, the poster production, it's also nicely fitting into that trend of short run and also personalized print.
Fantastic. Let's jump to the next place.
Let's do that.
Hans, is this a déjà vu or what? Because I think I've seen this machine before.
Yeah, not too many actually saw that machine before. Maybe the ones that saw your videos, but yeah, this is for most of the people here at Drupa probably the first time to see this configuration of a continuous feed inkjet device in real life.
Simply amazing because I mean paper in, books out, right?
It is why we do business, and this is also why we are here at Drupa to lead with installations with configurations that really set us apart and that have the chance to have a strong impact in the market and fueling a digital print.
We have now been talking about the different segments we're working in. This has the headline of publishing. Yeah. So let's move a little bit around because I mean, one thing is that you see machines like this, but this is not like something that you sell every day, right?
No, exactly. And this is really the top end of what you can get in print on demand. Yeah. And especially book production and publishing. We are leading with books in that domain. It is the biggest digital print application in terms of volume, and it is also the one where we expect the biggest growth. So
when people say that the books are not something that people are buying anymore, that is simply not true anymore. I mean, there is a need for physical books.
Oh yeah, there is a need, and with the trend of short run. Especially coming from this on-demand, so not the need to store books and stock them. Printing it when you need it, especially the life cycle management is a trend that we see already since many years. And this product here is really the top end, but we have a broad variety of products and solutions also below that. It's not the only product in publishing, and this is why it is such an important central point.
Because I think that one of the things that is interesting in being in this area is that, of course, you see Canon equipment, but you also see your partners. Here is the Hunkler line. Here I can see Tech now. Here I see Horizon. You basically have a lot of different partners making sure that you have the right finished products when you need it, right? Yeah. But that must also be like, I wouldn't say a challenge, but it is something that you have to collaborate with a lot of different people to make sure that the technology works, right?
Yeah, of course. It needs good preparation. It needs strong collaboration. But that is also how we do business with our customers. So an event like this is not much more or not much different to then also preparing installations at our customers. And it is about the collaboration. Canon is not the one-stop shop we are working with a lot of those companies, and we are happy to also then present it in a way to also show that what we do here can be also done at customers.
And of course, we see full color inkjet because we didn't mention the machine, but it's a color
It's a ColorStream 8200 with 200 meters, fully variable data, variable format length, variable page counts, and that's all integrated into a very long line with automatic roll changer and the Starbook plow folder solution for book blocks ready to be bound.
And I have to ask you the question I always ask you. Is now the time for changing from offset to digital?
If the process workflow is there, it is the perfect time. So end-to-end is the word. If you are looking at it from order input to actually delivery, then digital print can be the solution of choice, yes.
Let's jump to the next place, right? So Hans, we jumped in front of a ProStream 2000. That is also new.
Yes. ProStream 2000.
But you made a machine that is actually a little bit slower than the top model, right?
Well, in fact, the fastest speed of the ProStream 2000 is the same speed as the previous model of the ProStream. So we are on par in terms of productivity. But in fact, yes, we have also announced an even faster version for the ProStream 3000 series with 160 meters per minute. Yes, that's right.
And we are now in the section called promotional comms. And I had to ask you before what it is. And then now I realize it's just commercial print, basically, right?
Well, it is commercial print. In the end,
Yeah.
it could be corporate and commercial.
Yeah.
So it is a question on how you differentiate. But we want to make it also interesting for the visitor to experience and to understand about certain challenges. And the challenge that we see in communication, especially in promotional communication, is the digital fatigue. Yeah. There's so many emails being sent out, and brands are searching for solutions to engage with their customers, also engage with potential customers. So digital print, when integrated seamlessly into a communications campaign, can bring that secret element of that special moment to then connect to the brands. And this is what we also show in promotional communications. And what we lead with is one of the many applications and stories that we tell is our collaboration with Poco. We print, for example.
That is the British organization, right? Poco, right?
No, Poco is a retail company in Germany.
In
they
Germany.
have
Okay.
127 retail stores.
Sorry, but didn't you also have some kind of collaboration with some educational program in the UK, or
Yeah,
but that is not this one, basically.
Yeah, exactly. So we have various collaborations that we have prepared to display at Drupa. We have many more, obviously, as it is not just for the show.
Let me guess, Poco is about furnitures, right?
Poco is a furniture
How
company.
did I guess it?
That's a good guess. The one that you were referring to were our Creative Futures program.
That is right. Yeah.
But this one is one where we work together with Poco, as I said, and they are active in trying to bring in customers into their store. And they are engaging with us to deliver messaging and also campaigns that include online communication, but especially direct mail.
Okay, so this is showcasing how inkjet is great at making something that is, let's say, tailored to customers using digital technology and all the
using
abilities.
content through their CRM, and then having a solution. We also work together with Outlay, a company that is able to very efficiently create these printed mail pieces without a lot of manual interventions. And this is obviously a perfect fit for a ProStream that can then print that in very high volumes.
And as a marketing director yourself, I mean, it must be wonderful to see also collaborate with others to get ideas for how you can promote Canon as well,
Exactly.
right?
And we had the team of Poco here because in Printworks, where we started our tour, we actually have an area that is, again, printed on our equipment, but it is mimicking an in-shop experience. And there we tell also that story on how we can start the journey online and through print, and then continue that journey in the in-store experience. And our products have a good impact in all of those steps.
Makes a lot of sense. Well, we have a last section to see as well, right?
Very good.
Let's jump last time here,
Let's
right?
go there.
Yeah. So Hans, I mean, it's been a wonderful tour. I mean, I know we could dig more into details if we had time for it, but in the background, now we're in the area of commercial print. I'm sorry that I mixed it up with the promotional comms.
communication.
Right, yeah, okay. Now we are in the commercial area. This is a success for you, right?
Yeah, this is the commercial print area is where we want to show our breadth of technologies in sheet-fed toner and sheet-fed inkjet. And yeah, in the backdrop, you can see the VeriPrint iX3200. That's our best-selling product, together with a TechNow Stack 1010 finishing, where we print nice photo books. So yeah, that's a great product to dive into deep. And you can see the counter of the worldwide print volume of that installed base of more than 600 installations. So
is it real numbers or is it fake?
that's counting.
That's counting, so that's real numbers basically.
That's real numbers.
That's
That's
amazing,
not
right?
That's not connected to all the
Okay,
installations,
but it is the real
real
numbers.
numbers.
Yeah. Okay. That's simply amazing, right?
Yeah, it's- And
Wow.
we will hit the 60 billion.
Okay, fantastic. So, I mean, the iX is, of course, the cut sheet inkjet. Then we move on a little bit here because the commercial side is, of course, more different types of products. What do we have here?
So yeah, commercial print is a wide segment with many different requirements to technology and also to applications. And the iX 1700, VeriPrint iX 1700 is also the European premiere of that device. We've announced that in October last year, but actually it's the first time that we show it to the public audience in Europe.
And what is it? What type of machine is it?
It is a sheet-fed inkjet press.
So it's also an inkjet machine.
It is an inkjet machine with
Just looks so different from the others, right?
It is
Yeah,
a
yeah.
maximum print speed of 170 images a minute or 83 SRA3. So it is from a productivity level below the iX3200. It is from a technology different to the iX3200 as it is a flat paper transport, not a drying drum, but flat, and that makes it look very different. But from an application variety, from application quality, this is very much comparable to also the iX3200 and speaks to those people that have not yet invested into inkjet, but coming from toner and are about to growing into higher productivities.
And I can tell you, I was so stupid because when I saw the design of the machine, I forgot the iX1700. So at first I thought it was like one of your toner presses. So that was stupid me because they didn't look like the iX3200. But I mean, you also, of course, have a lot of toner equipment on the booth, right? Because I guess the toner is still also very important to Canon, right?
Exactly, and this is whether it is in publishing where we have a toner device printing, especially covers. We have our VeriPrint 6330 series Titan press with a sewing from Smythe. So
that's
inline
nice.
finishing. Yeah, we didn't saw that, but
Yeah, that was over there because I saw the section sewer basically.
exactly.
right?
So yeah, we have it in all the different domains because for all customer environments, also sheet-fed toner is still very much viable if productivity is in that range.
Let's move a little because you have something you want to show us down here, right? So let's
Exactly,
see.
yeah.
Let's follow Chica so we can see if we can get
Yeah.
there without disturbing too many people, right?
Yeah, we still
Hey.
we still only scratch the surface on what we have on our stand, but definitely one of the highlights, especially after the press conference, is our latest addition, a future
Going there
product
or yeah?
in our technology stack, and that's the VeriPress IV7, the B2 sheet-fed press, where we are really looking forward to the feedback that we get from the market after that announcement.
Is that the press that you see behind us on the photo, or?
Exactly. That's we don't have it physically here.
Yeah.
It is installed in our facilities in Venlo, and it is printing. So
It's trending.
it-
Okay,
it
so
is
it's soon for delivery.
It is for delivery in 25.
In 25.
So we'll start the first installations in the second half of
And
25.
it looks similar to, let's say, the 1700 in the, when you just look at it from here. Is it also these, because when you look at the IX 3200, it has a different footprint and you have a different paper path. Is this more similar to the IX 1700 in its paper path, or?
In its paper path, it is. Yeah, it's a flat paper path.
Yeah.
The paper weight that we are able to print goes up to 450 GSM, which is a requirement then for the paper transport to be rather flat. And yeah, this is the similarity between the two presses. But in terms of target market, in terms of average monthly print volumes, is two completely different segments that we are addressing.
But I was just thinking, sometimes when you develop technology, you can adapt the technology to different types of applications and markets, right? So basically what you do is that, I guess that Canon is like when you are in R&D is developing new print heads or developing new paper transport system or new drying system, then you can utilize that in different configurations, and this is an example.
Yeah,
right?
our R&D teams work very well together, and they share a lot of their expertise, and yeah, we take the best of all those ideas to then make the individual products for then a specific target group.
Fantastic. Wonderful tour, Hans. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Morten.
It was great seeing you again as well.
Yes.